Hi, it's Maria. Welcome back to Tapping into Freedom. In today's video, I'm talking about an important root cause or driver of addictive behaviors. Often, we are turning to substances or addictive behaviors because underneath it all, we're looking for connection. We feel loneliness or we feel isolated, and there's a disconnect. Some of us have actually been hurt and we're afraid of connection. So even though we're craving connection, we're afraid of connection. And so we often will turn to addictive behaviors, whether that's compulsive eating or substances or behaviors or scrolling or shopping, because we're trying to feel a sense of connection. And of course, if you are not addressing the root cause, which is maybe the fear of connection or not knowing how to connect, then you will not eventually heal the addictive behaviors. In the 1970s, there was an important experiment done. It was called the Rat Park, where a psychologist took two groups of rats. He had one environment where the rats were isolated. They had plain water to drink from, and they also had water that was laced with drugs to drink from. And they were in the isolated community. Then he created another community of rats, and it also had plain water and water that was laced with drugs. In that community, though, there were number of other rats. There were toys to play with. It was an environment that was conducive to social interaction. So there was the isolated rat, and then there was the rats in community. They found that the rats that were isolated tended to consistently take from the drug water. The rats that were in community were less likely, as a matter of fact, they were rarely interested in the drug water. They really took mostly the plain water. So this experiment is so important because it really shows us that the social environment has a lot to do with the driver of addictive behaviors. So if you find yourself fearing connection, maybe you have difficulty with healthy boundaries, or you find yourself feeling isolated and disconnected, or maybe connection feels too painful, then you want to start to address that issue, not necessarily taking the addictive behavior away or going on another diet. Those are the symptoms. The root cause is that we want to address the inability to make human connection, or even with pets. So if you find that you have difficulty making connection, maybe you have fear of making connection, then follow along with me. I'm going to guide you in a tapping sequence that's going to address just this. Start by tapping on the side of the hand and take a deep breath in and let it go. Even though I have a fear of connection, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm afraid of being hurt and I avoid connection, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though it might feel too vulnerable to be connected to others, I deeply and completely accept myself. And take a deep breath in and let it go. And I'm going to invite you to tune into what the fear is for you. This fear of authentic connection. And even though there's a part of me that's longing for it, there's a part of me that's afraid. And even though I'm afraid, I still accept myself with love and compassion. Even though I have this fear of making authentic connection, And sometimes I even avoid it by turning to addictive behaviors. Today, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself with compassion. This fear of connection and intimacy, this fear of getting close to others. Even though I have this fear and I may be avoiding it, there is a deep longing for connection. And addictive behaviors don't truly fulfill that need. And even though I've been looking for love in all the wrong places, or looking for connection in all the wrong places, today I'm choosing to address the deeper driver, my fear of connection. I'm open to creating safety within myself so that I can feel connected to myself and then connect to others. I'm open to learning how to navigate a connection, being authentic and showing up in relationship to others, to enjoying the presence of others, to find my community, my tribe, to give myself permission to have laughter and fun and joy and be in community. I give myself permission to dip my toe in the water and to start to feel more connected to others, to draw healthy boundaries, to take care of myself, and yet allow more into my life. More fun, more relationships, more community. I'm open to expanding, finding my tribe, exploring, making connection with others, feeling safe in my body, and learning how to trust myself and still make connection with others. And I'm so grateful and appreciative that I'm taking the time today to address the deeper drivers that have me turning to addictive behaviors. I'm grateful and appreciative that I'm finding a new way to navigate my life. I'm grateful and appreciative that I'm showing up for myself in a way that will truly nourish my body, my mind, and my spirit. I'm grateful and appreciative that I have the opportunity to change, to release what's no longer working for me and align more fully with the highest version of myself. I'm grateful and appreciative that I am showing up for myself in this way. Bring your hands to your heart and take a deep breath in and let it go. Acknowledge yourself for showing up to do this work, to release what no longer serves you. to start to test the waters and open up to being in community, allowing yourself to get to know others, let others get to know you. Find some happiness and joy in your life. Your health and your happiness matter. And as always, take good care of yourself. Bye now.